It's my life. Lazy. It's my life. I got dirty. It's my life.
So if I asked Denise and I asked you about the music, then I'm asking you about hearing. Because hearing something that's soothing in the five senses can calm us down. The unfortunate thing is that most people want to listen to the music that they're used to listening to. So I put on some music to calm myself down. I won't listen to rap if I'm calming myself down because it's upbeat. Upbeat means that even when I'm frustrated, I'm going to be upbeat and I need to deal with the feelings that I have that's frustrated. So I need to learn how to monitor myself enough emotionally to know to bring myself down. That means even that I won't watch movies that are depressing. Five senses, because I'm working with my body. I'm working with the human body. That means I won't watch movies that can cause depression. I may not, even if I have depression, I may not watch those movies for a time so I can have control over my emotions. Get the depression under control, for instance. So if I look at a movie where there's a lot of killing, because I'm already depressed, it's going to trigger more depression, possibly. Right? It's possible. It's no different than if I look at here on Netflix, here we have this man and woman there. If I am not in a relationship, sometimes when my five senses are not in control, I can desire to have sex with a person because I'm not in relationship and I don't know how to master this sight of the human self. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So if I smell something, because we're dealing with the external self, we're dealing with this body. This body, until it's mastered, it's out of control. That's why it's necessary to put on something that's going to make you feel better so you can start learning how to practice. Oh, that made me feel better. Oh, that made me feel better. And the smell of something that doesn't smell good can trigger you. You have to realize that too. If someone is smoking and you don't smoke, even if there's a fire out, let's just say that, you can smell it. And you're like, where's the fire at? It's an alert there. All right. The touch may not feel good when I'm not used to being touched, or it can be vice versa. I'm just throwing some things out there. But this is the human sense. The body may want to be touched, or it may not want to be touched because of something that's happened. May or may not. But then you and I, we want to learn why if we don't know or remember, so that we can solve some problems about.
Like maybe because we don't want to get touched because we're afraid we get hit.
Okay,
Or
good.
being abused.
That's right.
Physical abuse.
Right. So now if you're working with physical abuse, meaning yourself having been abused, your senses will tell you, after you've learned this here, you know when something don't taste good, so you're not going to eat it. You know that you should not taste or drink from people that you don't know.
Yeah, because they can poison you or...
Right. Okay. So all of these here, they work the same. But the other thing about the touch, and like you brought up abuse, may or may not, your five senses already tell you when you're in a dangerous place. But if you don't change your habits, that's where five senses come in. I want to look at habits, because habits create emotions. And you can get locked up in one emotion. The taste is bad or it's good. If it's bad, most people are not going to keep eating something that tastes bad. Then if I go up here and I say, okay, If you already been with someone and they treated you bad, why don't you treat that like your taste?
Because you want to taste something different besides that?
Right, but you can't taste something different until you realize over here that abuse, like you brought up, just for instance, is not healthy. You want someone to touch you that's really demonstrating love. So over here, this is a quick fix. Because your taste buds are saying something to you about food. It's no different here. The thing about touch, smell, sight, and hearing is people try to override it. They try to override touching and sight when it comes to relationships. If your taste buds tell you that that tastes bad, your touch and your hearing, your sight, all of that is actually working to tell you that something around you is not good for you. We overlook it. Okay, you just got recorded now.
I already did.
Okay, good. So put it down. Okay. So all of this here, I hope, do you feel what I'm saying?